Today's topic is going to be very interesting. Today we are going to talk about ethics and values, the practice of values and principles, and the core values. Our question today is to discuss ethical choices using the real and unreal condition. So let's go to the first part. Please tell me, Sandy, what do you think about ethics and values? It is related to what we were talking before. What's your opinion about this? Do you consider,
Well,
yes,
no, sorry, tell me.
no, it's okay. Do you consider that we nowadays use values? Do we practice them?
I think like in all the life, we have two phases for this thing. There are people that use ethic and values, and there are very good people, act like they think. And there are other people that say that they have values, but they don't act with their values.
Yes, you're right. They are not congruent on what they
Exactly.
say and what they do.
Mm-hmm.
All right, thank you very much. Malinelli, what do you think about it? Hello, Malinelli. Don't go. Don't sleep. Don't be shy.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I have a few problems in my sound. I don't know. Ethics and values is um, um, a systematic in social work, and is necessary for a context, global context. But
That's
I don't know a lot of ethics and values.
all right. Well, you know what? Now we are going to see. Well, here we have some of the core values. For example, openness, teamwork, trust, respect, honesty. So, of course, most of the values are love, generosity, solidarity, respect. What else? Do you remember any other values, Sandy?
Let me see, because there are a lot. Um, but well, I was thinking about say the truth, but it's honesty.
Aha.
I don't see love, but I think love and have passions, or love that you do or think, it's important. Maybe it's respect,
Yes,
something like
that's it.
that.
Even love is one of the core values. Here we have just 4 or 5, but they are repeated many times.
It's true.
Yeah, but yes, love is one of the core values. Solidarity,
Mm-hmm.
um, tolerance.
Tolerance, that's very important.
That's it. All right. So now let's go to the next part. Okay. So please, could you help me reading? Malinali, could you help me reading about values? We are going to see what values should a person practice and what's the difference between values and ethics. All right. So please, Malinali, could you help me?
Yes, to read values.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay, values, they are the basic beliefs. Every individual has a set of values. Will never deviate. What is deviate?
Deviate is
Deviate.
desviarnos.
Okay. Will never deviate from their values. The values can be said to be the guiding principles in one's life.
All right, thank you very much. Sandy, could you help me reading about ethics, please?
Yes, of course. Ethics. Ethics is guidelines of rules, mainly based on moral values. Ethics has also been built on loyalty, honesty, and compassion. Wow.
Thank you very much. Patty, welcome. How are you?
Fine, teacher. Sorry because it's so late, but I'm here.
Don't worry. The most important is that you are here. So,
Yeah.
you know what? Today we are talking about something so nice. We are talking about values and ethics. Here we were reading the difference between values and ethics. And well, please tell me, Patty, from your point of view, what is the difference?
In between values and ethics.
Yes, because here,
Are you reading?
yes, well, here we have an explanation, but what, in your own words, what is the explanation?
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe it's the same in some aspects, but the difference maybe is that uh, we learn the values in our house, for example, with our family, and the ethics in the action when we en Spanish, cuando actuamos con ética, ya es en el actuar. Puede
That's
ser.
it. Kind of like that. Yes, Patty.
Okay. Well, this I think so. For example, I teach principles
Principles. Yeah.
to my principles to my family, for example, and when they are growing, creciendo, they acting with ethics. Is true? That's it?
Yes, that's it. Well, you said something like that. Well, for me, values is the theory and ethics is the practice. Values is what we think, and values and ethics is what we do. Well, that's my point of view, but I don't know, Malinali, what do you think about it?
Yeah.
Is it correct?
Yeah, well, I am working in a middle school. I don't know, high school.
Yep.
Okay, and I teach in my students a lot of values because there is too many children that they don't have enough values from their homes. So it's very important for life.
Yes, that's it. All right. Thank you very much, Malinali. Sandy, what do you think about this?
I think, well, I think I agree with you. Like, values is like natural belief in the human being, and ethics, it's the acting part. But I think ethics could be too like a social supposition about how the things could be done, you know?
Yeah, right.
Like, I think like it's ethic not to be racist. And in our family could teach us to be racist, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
But socially it's not good to be racist. Well, I
Uh-huh.
think so, for example.
Yes, that's it. All right. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you very much. Angel, welcome. How are you?
I am fine.
Excellent. I'm very happy to listen to you now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. You know what, Angel? Today we are talking about ethics and values. So,
Values.
yeah, we are talking about the difference between ethics and values. So, we would like very much to listen to your opinion.
Oh, for me, it's more important the value, and the family is more important. And for the other side, there are rules that we have to follow, and we have to respect all opinion of the people. But the important are the value.
That's it. You know what? It is really interesting. You were talking about tolerance because,
Yeah.
okay, I may have my opinion, but to respect your right to say your own opinion is tolerance. It's what Voltaire talk about that. All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the next slide. We are going now to see values in practice. What would you do if you saw a burglar, for example? For instance, Malinali, what would you do if you saw a burglar, for example?
If I see or if I do.
If you saw, let's suppose that you are passing by the street and suddenly and suddenly you see a person who is burglaring in the house of your neighbor. What would you do?
Well, maybe I will run very
Yeah,
fast.
yeah, it
And,
could be.
but it's very bad. And maybe I will call police.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
I never will stay and tell him, no, stop, it's bad. Sorry, but I will run.
Uh-huh. Yeah, because let's think also that it is very dangerous.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Maybe they have a gun.
Uh-huh. It may be, yes, it's a possibility. All right, thank you very much. Okay, Malinali, who's next, please?
Who's next? Who
Uh-huh.
wants? Sandra?
Okay, volunteers?
I could do it.
All right.
If I would see what?
If you saw a burglar, a person who is burglaring in any
Mhm.
house.
If I saw a burglar, mm, I would call the police, of course,
First,
and
okay.
maybe take photos, for evidence
Uh-huh.
with my cell phone, and then run. Of course, I agree with Manilani. I run.
Yeah, that's it. All right. So, anybody else? Pati, Angel, what do you think?
And what about picture?
Now let's talk about the picture with the family here. The aha here.
Okay. Oh, first, I change my opinion and don't script. And we should talk, and we have patience because it's important.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Thank you, Angel. Thank you very much. Okay, Sandy, what do you think about it?
Mm, Well, I think that um, for do something in that case specifically, you need to have a lot of confidence and you need to know very well to the family because you never know the past of these people, you know.
Mm-hmm. The past and
Then
the
maybe you could do something and make it worse for the kid.
mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. You said the key word for the kid.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that happens in the family is going to affect positively or negatively to the kid.
That's true. And the kid is the suffer because the parents are adults. They could manage the situation. Well, it's their problem, you know, but the kid is it's a kid.
Yeah,
They
that's
could
it.
manage the situation.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you're right. All right, thank you very much, Sandy. What do you think about this?
Yes, if I need, maybe I can take the baby and or I can ask them, can I help you? And maybe then don't show more.
It may be, yes, it's a
They can
possibility.
stop. Uh, um, well, I think that I can help to the baby.
That's it. That finally,
Maybe they will be in calm.
yeah, yeah, it is a possibility. All right.
Yeah.
Ooh. Thank you very much. Now, let's go to the next image. Here we have something so common. Sadly, it is the most common thing that we can see in our society. The lack of respect for our nature. So let's suppose, let's suppose that you are the authorities in a place like this. What would you do to stop this kind of behavior from people? Angel, what would you do if you were an authority?
Oh, first, we must uh, we must be consensus people, and we should not throw garbage because that destroyed the weather in the beach.
The environment.
And yes, and the people pues don't like it, this kind of, of beach. uh, by the other, there is no economy for the people that live here.
Uh-huh. It would be.
Teacher? Teacher?
Hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
maybe.
hi.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. My microphone is not working pretty well. But yes, all right. Yes, you said, you talked about the economy. It attracted my attention. So would you have a better budget? I mean, money to invest for helping this situation to be solved?
um, yes, and but the more important is that we must be conscientious.
Conscious.
Yes.
That's education.
Yeah,
All right.
and the economy is too important.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but you're right. If we pay attention to education, then we wouldn't have a lot of problems that we have now.
That's right.
I thank you very much, Angel. Okay, who's next? Volunteers.
Could I do?
Oh, yes, of course, please.
Well, I think that in that case of the beach, we need to use the, like Angel said, consciousness of the people, and maybe if I could be an authority, I could do a program with volunteers to clean the beach
Mm-hmm.
and take a lot of photographs that after and before,
Uh-huh.
the team, that the volunteers who clean the beach, and do advertisement and say it. These people fixed that terrible situation.
Hey,
Maybe to do a little education for the others.
yeah, it would be a very good idea, you know. I think it would be great. Thank you, Sandy. All right, Malinali, what would you do?
Well, there's a children's story about a little aliens, and that aliens named somebody else problem, and it's the garbage in around the world. Children need attack that little aliens, and only they need clean clean your earth. Uh, there is a lot of people who thinks that garbage is somebody else's problem, government or nephew or another, anything,
Uh-huh,
anyone.
anybody.
But we need take our responsibility and clean. If I see something in the floor, I take it. Just that. And in the schools, we need to teach about this.
Hey, that's it. Yes, you're right. You're really right. Thank you, Malinali. All right, so Patty, what do you think about this?
Well, I was thinking about this picture or imagine. I think that maybe around us, we have garbage, but we can to admire. How to say admire
Admire.
art in
Yes,
admire
admire.
this work of art and it, and it's great. We
Uh-huh.
need maybe we clean the beach, but it's a lesson to see this picture really.
Uh-huh, that's it. Hey, that's good. Thank you. Okay, so you know what? I want you to do a task. Please, everybody are going to be talking to each other. We are going to do teamwork, and you are going to organize a campaign. All right? The campaign is going to be about cleaning this beach. And the questions that you have to answer for the organization of this campaign is, first of all, uh, where will we do it? Next, when? When is it going to be? All right. Oh my, what happens? When is it going to be? All right. Later on is, how are we going to do it? Later on, who are we going to invite? Next, how much will it cost? And finally, when, where, how, why? Why will we do it? All right. So that is the task, to answer to all of those questions. All right.
Okay.
All right, yes.
Okay. I listen to you all. You are supposed to be organizing together a campaign, a cleaning campaign in a beach. All right, so let's suppose that you are authorities and you are going to do the plan about this campaign.
I think that we need to do a little research about where beach is the most polluted or contaminated with trash, for example, to define where. Hello?
Hello, Angel, Malinali, Patty.
Are you agree?
Yeah, we can clean before go to camping. We need visit the place before.
Exactly, that's a good idea. Do you have in mind any specific beach, for example, that you know?
Well, right now I'm in Tampico, for
Oh,
example.
nice.
It's
Tamaulipas.
good. It's good.
Mhm.
It's a good place, teacher. We have
Yes,
beach, beautiful
perfect.
beach.
We could work with Tampico. Do you know a specific beach there? Because for working
Mira,
a specific place,
have Miramar in Tampico. Yeah.
I agree. What do you think, Tim?
I agree with you.
Okay.
Then what is the name of the beach? Again, sorry, please.
Miramar.
Miramar. Perfect. Miramar in Tampico.
Yeah.
Perfect. When it's going to be? Um, I think we need to organize some things like people and resources maybe in a week, maybe 2 weeks, a month. Hello, team.
Oh,
Next week.
Next week?
yeah.
Perfect. Malinali, what do you think?
I really would like to do something about Garbage Island in the South Pacific Ocean. You know it?
Maybe we could do 2 projects, for example.
Maybe in the Garbage Island, that toxic island in the Pacific Ocean. And when? Okay, next month. How much will it cost? A lot. There is absolutely expensive for any government. That's all.
What do you think about using volunteers, like do a big convocatory to people?
Maybe, but it's a really island. It's an impossible to clean because there is a lot of plastics and uh, there is not a place to take or to put a lot of plastics.
Mm. And but we are the government. Maybe we could do something.
Maybe it's, we hope.
Maybe we could do this project and Tampico project with the Miramar Beach.
Well, Miramar, before we made a camping with young people
Mm-hmm.
between 12 and 18 years old. We make some program with them, and one thing to do there was cleaning the beach.
Wow.
And we took it for the authorities to do this camping.
Wow, there were a cost
What
for to do the camping?
And yeah, and we can do this in many places in our country. We have many beaches
Yes.
for
That's
doing.
a really good idea. That's perfect.
Yeah, really. It's a beautiful place here. It's a
Mm.
beautiful country.
Yes. What do you think about the cost? We need to cover all the costs. I mean, the government must to cover the cost of these people, or children, or parents, and whatever, or they must be paid for do the camping and cleaning.
We need a permission.
Well, we are the government.
We need, and to the government, because for the security in this place.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. We need help for the security. It's something really important for a camping.
Yes, of
And
course.
in another beaches, more need to this permission, but it's only for security.
Okay. What about meals for the people who stay there, like breakfast or lunches or water? I don't know.
Yeah. We need everything. Really, water, food, clothes, special for swim, for clean, bags for the trash.
The garbage, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think, Angel, in your point of view, around how much money will it cost?
About the money, it's so much because you have to many baths, um, people, and we have to see other things. But it's important that you say.
Okay. What about why we will do it? Manirani say something about the plastics and the environmental. Could you explain me more, Marinari, please?
Yes, in the Pacific Ocean, there is island, garbage island, and there is a lot of miles in plastics, and it's impossible to clean because there is so much plastic, and there is not a place to put any plastic about it.
Mm.
And there is a really trouble for turtles and dolphins and kelp, including. And any government, nobody wants take care about it.
Hmm. Do you think that that kind of trash island could be killing our environmental?
Yes, I think so.
Hmm. And well, I was thinking if we control the plastics in our um, coasts or beaches, where we put it that kind of plastics in real places, you know, not in an island, maybe in our trashes or maybe reprocessing. What do you think about that?
Well, plastic is almost an impossible to recycle, and the only way to finish about contamination is not use it more plastics, but
Hmm.
it that needs a lot of policies,
Mhm.
politicians.
I have
Yes.
policies.
Yes, and there is a lot of cost for the government. But the only way to clean the world is not use no more plastics and no more garbage.
Mm. What do you suggest to do with the plastic that we pick up in our campaign?
Maybe recycle. In Switzerland, they made um, cloth, clothes about the plastics.
Okay, maybe we could start other project with that, you know, pick it up in Tamaulipas, for example, for first, and then try to recycle it and do other project for that.
Maybe more backpacks for scholarships.
Oh, yes. Then I think that we cover all the issues. Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. Thank you very much. You know what? You did very good work. I am amazed. So yes, if I were the government, I would put you in charge of it because it was very good. And you know, you talked about very interesting things. For example, the impossibility of cleaning that garbage island, but it is something that we humans should take care of. But yes, you know what? It was very good, and I liked very much the participation of most of you. Finally, we are going to go to the last part. Yes, here we are. Look at this. This is a problem that I could put into consideration to you. This is a story. In this story, there are some characters. The first of them is a girl who was living with her mother in an island in the middle of the ocean. There was another island in front of it where there were living the girl's boyfriend and the boy's friend's friend. But she was in love, she was deeply in love with her boyfriend, that they couldn't see each other because in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the island, there were sharks. It was infested with sharks. But there was a sailor who was in charge of helping people pass from an island to another. So one day the girl said, I miss my boyfriend. I want to see my boyfriend. I can't stand without seeing him. And so she asked to the sailor to help her pass to the other island. But guess what? It happened that the sailor said, all right, of course, I will help you, but you have to pay me. And so the girl said, you know what? I don't have money. I don't have any money. And the sailor said, all right, you can pay me in any other way. So if you want to pass, you can have sex with me and I will help you pass. And so the girl said, let me think about it. And so she went to talk to her mother and she said, Mommy, guess what? And she talked about all the problem. Her mother said, you know what? You have to make a decision. And so the girl was thinking day and night. And so she decided to go to see her boyfriend. So she went to see the sailor and she said, hey, Mr. Sailor, you know what? I really love my boyfriend, so I want to go to his island. Help me, please. And the sailor answered, yes, but how will you pay? And then she said, however you may like. If you want to have sex with me, I will do it because I really love my boyfriend. And so the sailor and the girl had sex. Later on, the sailor took the girl to the island. And when she was there, her boyfriend was really surprised. And so he said, what are you doing here? And she said, I love you. That's the most important. Yes, but how did you come? How did you do it? Oh, it doesn't care. Well, it cares, but I don't know. The sailor asked me to have sex with him, to take me here, and I did it. And so the boyfriend was really, really angry. And he said, you know what? I won't marry you. That's all. So we have already broke up. And so she was so sad, extremely sad. But the boyfriend's friend said, hey, baby, don't you cry. You know what? I have always loved you in silence. I have secretly loved you. So I will marry you. So here, the question is for you. We are going to have values. One is the best acting, the person who did best. Number two was the good. Number three is going to be neutral. Number four is going to be the bad one. And number five is going to be the worst, the bad of the bads. All right. So I would like you to give me your opinion about who was the best, who was the worst, who was the neutral, who was, and tell me your reasons why. Okay, who wants to be the first?
Could
Volunteer.
I?
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
Well, I think it's a really difficult question. My first shot is take that the neutral act. It was the mother because she says, "Do it whatever you want for the kid, for the girl." You know. Um, the good thing, I think, it was the sailor because they exposed their case and take the thing and the girl decide if she want to do it or not. I think the bad thing, the bad person was the girl because they took uh, a bad action. For me, it's not a good idea to have sex with an exchange to research to get other person. It's like strange. I don't know. And I don't know who is the best acting or the worst because the friend, it's not a real friend for his friend because he is talking about his ex-girlfriend, that it's a little difficult. I don't know, it's a big thing and it's very difficult for me.
All right. Thank you very much, Sandy. You know what? It was really interesting. Yes. All right. Thank you. Who's next? Hello. Don't be shy. Don't sleep. Don't go. Don't be timid. Patty, what do you think about it? Patty. Okay, Malinali, we listen to you.
I'm here.
Yes, Malinali?
Sorry, teacher.
It's okay.
I was having a problem.
Okay.
Malinali is there?
Yes.
Aha.
Well, I think that all of them was bad. There is not about only neutral was the sharks. I think
Yeah.
everybody was bad. Mother must say no, don't do it. You don't do it. Finish. And the sailor was a bad person. Everybody. Only I like the sharks.
Because they did what they had to.
Yes, there was only sincere.
All right. Thank you very much, Malinali. That's very interesting also. Okay, Patty, what do you think?
I'm here, teacher. Well, I think that we must respect our values in any place with maybe in this history the mom was neutral, but maybe she need help her daughter to take a decision to decide maybe better. Oh, it was really difficult, no?
Yeah, too much.
I think that it was difficult for her because uh, she needs a place, um, but her values, where are?
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
it.
know. Was really difficult.
All right. Thank you very much. Angel, what do you think about it? Angel, hello. Don't be shy. Don't be timid.
Do you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Okay. For me, is very difficult, but I think that the neutral is mommy because she say to his daughter that take she make the best decision, and the sailor is the worst because he wants the money, and the best action for me is the gear, and the bad is the boyfriend, and the good she say that she love his, but it's a little difficult.
Yeah, it's a little difficult, but You know what? I am going to tell you the answer. Well, first of all, there's not an answer at all. We all judge and we all organize the values according to our own values, according to our culture, according also to our background and our experiences. In this case, this is life. This is how life works. The girl is you because you have to make the decision about every single thing. So the sailor is bad, is madness. All of the bad influences, all of the corruption, the bad situations that could be in front of us, and we have to make a decision about taking it or not. The boyfriend is society. Society is going to judge us, to accept us, or to refuse how we do and what we are. Mommy is family because family is the entity that is going to form people. But whenever we grow up, family doesn't have more than a supportive role, but they are not going to rule or they are not going to tell us what to do. They have to respect. And about the friend is the all of the outer things, all of the exterior things that are going to take advantage about our situation. And of course, the sharks are the dangers around us, and the impossibilities that we have for doing things are the problems that we have to face. So indeed, there's not a correct answer. We all are going to organize the answer however we may like, and everything is okay. But well, I thank you so much for your participation. I don't know if you have any doubt, any comment. Hello.
No, thank you. I'm okay with all this. Thank you for the class. It's very good, very interesting.
Oh, thank you very much. All right, kids. Well, then meet you next class. Have a very wonderful night. Good night. Relax and rest. I'll meet you next class.
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
too.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
See you.
Next class.
Meet you next class. Good night.
See you. Good
Good
night.
night.
Bye.
Bye.